This latest instalment was downright seditious. The royal family is directly accused of destroying two of its own to protect itself. And I don't know where it all stops, all this. Where does it end? We've got the book, and then we've got the interview circuit, and so it goes on. It's all apparently a dark plot by Britain and the royals. Don't you, Harry? I can't help you. Really? Well, let me help you. There were a gazillion critical stories about Kate.
I think there's no better way to try to bury a tacky twerking video than the wholesome image that is...
Oh my God. What in the world were Harry and Meghan thinking? A private birthday at Disneyland? Please. It was anything but private. They turned little Lilibet's birthday, a sweet, innocent day, into a full-blown cringe-fest PR parade that made the internet collectively wince. And Piers Morgan, oh, he didn't just call them out, he obliterated them, like absolutely tore them apart. Think royal roast but on fire. June 4th could have been adorable. Picture it. Sunny skies in California, Archie's tiny hands clutching his dad's, Lilibet all smiles with mom. Family goals, right? But instead, it turned into this spectacle. They didn't just stroll into Disneyland like regular parents. Nope, they made an entrance. Loud, proud, public. For two people who scream about privacy more than your aunt on Facebook rants about spam calls, this was peak hypocrisy. And here's the kicker. They didn't even bother with a private VIP entrance. You know, like normal celebs who want to avoid the cameras? Number. They came in through the main gates, where literally everyone could see them. You're telling me that wasn't on purpose? Please.
Smear the poor, defenceless, vulnerable Sussexes. Trickery, treachery, hypocrisy. And if there's one...
And don't even get us started on the candid clips. Ha, nothing about that footage was accidental. Those weren't caught-in-the-moment shots. Those were curated, crafted like some low-budget Netflix scene. Fans who usually defend them were even like, this looks sus. Everything was too perfect. The lighting, the angles, the total lack of chaos. Hello, it's Disneyland? It didn't scream birthday, it screamed promo. People started asking, was this a sweet family day? Or the next trailer for their docudrama? Because when you walk willingly into Disneyland's paparazzi playground, you're not avoiding attention. You're begging for it.
Right.
Mom of the
children
year,
who she never wanted to use for publicity, obviously.
Obviously not. No,
right.
No.
So that's changed.
We're not allowed to...
And then came Piers Morgan. Oh, honey. When Piers smells hypocrisy, he doesn't just tweet about it, he torches it. The second those Disneyland shots hit the net, he went full savage. Didn't even name names, but we knew. We all knew. He dragged them without using a single syllable of their names. That's how scathing it was.
That Prince Harry surely is now a traitor to the country that he once served.
William and I both saw what happened in our dad's office.
His words? Razor sharp. He roasted celebs who flaunt their kids like shiny awards, only to blur their faces like they're in the CIA. And guess who fits that exact description? Ding, 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 it's the Sussexes. Everyone got the hint. He didn't need to tag them. The tweet basically screamed Meghan and Harry with a side-eye emoji.
Enticing people that become obsessed with these types of things by teasing them with just these little bits.
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of celebrities just don't...
Piers didn't just mock the moment. He dismantled it. He cut straight through the PR noise and spotlighted the one issue haunting these two for years. They use their kids for attention and then scream privacy when it backfires. The Disneyland stunt? Just another episode in the never-ending Sussex show, and with one tweet he called out the entire media machine they've built around themselves.
Act not only on the institution of the monarchy, but also personally against the senior royals who represent our country around the world.
And guess what? The internet ate it up. People are done. Hashtags exploded. Comments got vicious. What was supposed to be a feel-good birthday outing turned into Exhibit A of why everyone's tired of the Sussexes. Piers didn't light the fire, but oh boy, he threw gasoline on it and danced in the flames.
At all. I mean, even I didn't do it, not because I'm a celebrity, but I didn't want pictures of my children on the internet. Now, when they're older, they're 18, that's fine, but not with...
Let's talk optics, shall we? The absurdity of it all. You strut through Disneyland with cameras flashing, then get mad when people want to see your kids' faces? But wait, they're blurred out. Not by some noble act of journalistic restraint, oh no, but allegedly because Harry and Meghan demanded it. So what are we left with? Glamorous Sussex smiles and two tiny blurry blobs where Archie and Lilibet's faces should be. Iconic, not in a good way.
In my view, beyond contempt. In their selfish, vapid attempts to rewrite history, recasting themselves as victims, these two have sold their souls and they've sold Harry's family down the river. unforgivable.
Seriously, how can they claim to protect their children when they're literally parading them through the most photographed place on earth? It's Disneyland, not a monastery. It's like holding a press conference and then complaining that people showed up with cameras.
That would hide in the bushes, or, you know, like just like the inappropriate, the things Prince Harry sits on the BBC and complains about.
And the backlash? Oof, instant, savage. Someone online joked, it's like they're cosplaying private citizens while secretly filming a documentary. Someone else posted side-by-sides of this Disneyland walkabout with older paparazzi shots captioned, "When privacy means posing." That comment alone got thousands of likes.
Will leave a bitter taste in the mouths of millions of people. But there are toe-curling moments in the show too, moments that would upset even the...
And the timing. I mean, come on. This happened right before Trooping the Color, King Charles's big royal event, and guess who wasn't invited? Yep, Meghan and Harry. You think it's coincidence this video came out right then? It felt like a desperate attempt to yank the spotlight back to say, hey, don't forget us. But instead of reminding us how royal they are, it just reminded us how tired we are.
Madmen on the planet.
Yes.
You know, apart from, of course, in southwest London when he's looking for somebody.
Right.
Ringing on door.
And then there's the name, Lilibet. The name that caused waves when they used it. Remember? That was Queen Elizabeth's intimate personal nickname, reserved for the closest family. When Meghan and Harry named their daughter that, it was controversial from the start. The palace even quietly clarified the Queen didn't officially approve it, despite what Meghan and Harry implied. Fast forward to this Disneyland moment, and now Lilibet's name is trending again. Not as a tribute, but as a PR stunt. Can you blame people for being furious?
If they might be in there. What was that all about?
That was so bizarre.
I know.
That was, and it just crushes his entire...
See, for the royal insiders, this wasn't just about a name. This was about Her Majesty's memory being dragged right back into another Sussex circus. That name, Lilibet, meant something. It was sacred, personal, off-limits. But now, it's front and center in a Disneyland walk, being pushed around like content for clout. Critics saw it and screamed, nothing sacred anymore, not even the Queen's legacy. The whole thing just reinforced what so many royal watchers have felt for years. Harry and Meghan left the institution, sure, but they're still cashing in on it, and this was just the latest receipt. Turning Queen Elizabeth's intimate nickname into a hashtag opportunity, that was a new low. A name once whispered with love now trending for all the wrong reasons. And then, as if this weren't dramatic enough, rumors exploded. Meghan and Harry were allegedly lawyer shopping again. And who were they going after this time? None other than Piers Morgan. Again. Not shocking though, right? Meghan's legal history is longer than her Vogue profile. And Piers? Well, he's been giving her migraines since the Oprah interview fallout. Yeah, the one that made him walk off Good Morning Britain. But this time, he's standing tall. Taller than ever, because he's not just speaking his mind, he's doing it with public support roaring behind him. And the Sussexes? Their sympathy currency is running dangerously low.
Because now you're taking all of the, you're distracting from all the headlines about how low can you go.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Piers isn't just mocking them anymore. He's calling out their entire playbook. Every crafted moment, every tearful story, every blurred toddler photo that just so happens to drop right before a new launch, he's seen through it. He's calling it what it is, a content strategy masked as trauma, a brand built on victimhood. And the twist? It's working, but not the way Meghan and Harry wanted. Instead of admiration, they're getting eye rolls. Instead of clicks of support, they're getting memes. Ouch.
He's fearing for his life with every step he takes on British soil.
Yes.
It's like, clearly you're not, because we know this is like one of 3 doors that you knocked on randomly.
And now, people aren't just listening, they're agreeing. Every time Meghan or Harry pops up to say, leave us alone, someone instantly pulls out yet another candid photo op or leaked video that magically fits the press cycle. This isn't about privacy anymore. It's about control, about keeping their story on their terms. But here's the thing, the world's caught on. And Piers? He's winning the perception war by a landslide. If Meghan and Harry want to silence him, they'll need more than a legal letter. They'll need credibility. And baby, that's in short supply.
I would say the problem with Harry and Meghan is that
And just when you think the Sussex brand couldn't look shakier, it buckles. Meghan's big podcast relaunch, Confessions of a Female Founder, let's just say it flopped. Despite the carefully written PR articles, the celebrity endorsements, and the hundreds of press photos, the podcast barely scratched the charts. Engagement, almost non-existent. It didn't make a splash. It barely caused a ripple. And American Riviera Orchard, her oh-so-chic lifestyle brand, already feels like it's wilting before it's even bloomed.
Hey, does he? By the looks of things.
No.
It seems as though he just has to do what he's told.
I mean, the effort he gave in the twerking video is...
Then, like magic, the family Disneyland photos drop. You feel that? That's the scent of damage control. Critics called it out immediately. Every time a Sussex project tanks, out come the kids. A strategically blurry family photo here, a sentimental quote there. It's all designed to yank the narrative back. But now even the most loyal fans are groaning. One insider even spilled to the Daily Mail that the Sussexes are playing from a dated PR script the world's moved past. And that Disneyland trip? It wasn't a celebration. It was a desperate reset. But instead of bouncing back, they lit the match and burned what little goodwill was left. The public's not buying the filtered fairy tale anymore. The carefully constructed normal family moments, they read like ads now. The cracks in their Montecito kingdom are showing, and no Instagram filter can hide it. And speaking of cracks, word is Prince William has had enough. And every time they claim, we just want peace, they follow it up with a press release, or a podcast, or a walk through Disneyland with cameras rolling. You can't keep screaming, leave us alone, from the middle of a strategically timed press pit. And while Harry once stood as the heartbroken prince who walked behind his mother's coffin, many feel he's now willingly dragging his own children into the spotlight for clout, the same spotlight he swore to escape. It's not just frustrating, it's heartbreaking. We wanted Meghan and Harry to win, but they turned their story into a brand, not a legacy. That's the vibe now. Not hate, not outrage, just disinterest. And that's worse than scandal, because once the drama stops trending, there's nothing left. And Meghan, the queen of calculated timing, is reportedly feeling the shift. Multiple insiders claim she's worried, not about Piers, not about the palace, but about the brand fatigue, about the fact that even with all their media moves, people just aren't responding the way they used to. There's talk she's revisiting the PR strategy, looking at the numbers, wondering why once surefire campaigns are flopping. But here's the thing. You can't rebrand authenticity. You either have it or you don't. And at this point, it's looking bleak, because the Disneyland drama wasn't just another slip-up, it was a full-on exposure moment. It proved what critics have long suspected, that everything down to the last casual family stroll is a marketing move, a distraction from bad press, a redirection when the headlines don't play nice. But now, the distractions are starting to backfire. Instead of steering the conversation, they're becoming the punchline. Every private video is met with side eyes. Every surprise outing is met with skepticism. The magic they once had, gone. And for the royal family, this might be their moment, their chance to finally step back, let the Sussex brand burn itself out, and rebuild without the distraction. Already public sentiment is swinging hard back toward Kate and William, their quiet strength, their stability, their refusal to play the fame game. In contrast, Harry and Meghan look like actors in a drama the world no longer wants to watch. And it hurts, because once upon a time, this story had the makings of a fairy tale. But somewhere along the way, the plot twisted, and now the ending is unclear. Will they walk away? Will they double down? Will the palace finally act? One thing's certain, the audience is watching less and judging more. What began as a beautiful rebellion against tradition has crumbled into a content strategy gone stale. And while the couple insists they're just living their truth, it's hard not to see every move as part of the next rollout. The curtain has been pulled back, the illusion exposed, and here we are, the world not clapping, but cringing. Final thoughts. The Disneyland debacle was never about one birthday. It was about a pattern of calculated moves, PR stunts, and blurred lines between authenticity and agenda. And while Harry and Meghan still have their platform, what they don't have anymore is the benefit of the doubt. People aren't cheering. They're tired. The magic is gone. And if they don't rewrite the story fast, they might just fade out of it completely. Fade out of